Can you imagine having the combined skills of 1,000 Rubik's Cubers? Over 6,000 years of experience. Well, that's exactly what Basilionaris did in its cubing community mega survey. In an 89-page document that I'm gonna summarize for you in 11 minutes. So this was conducted as usual on r/cubers, 1,410 participants. It's crazy. So since the last time he did this survey, the average age of the cubing community has gone up by nearly a year. I'm actually not surprised by that. I think a lot of people are joining cubing, like the younger generation, but I don't think the older guys, like me, are going anywhere. And this is so interesting. So in the general population, about 1% of people are ambidextrous, both-handed, but for some reason in the cubing community, 3%. Like, what? Why? So here are some stats on where people usually solve cubes. 96% at home, of course. At school, wait, during breaks. Okay, that's all right. Oh, and at school while at class, 20%. Uncle Tingman does not approve. Look at this, how many puzzles do you usually carry with you? 61% say between 1 to 2 cubes. I have a confession to make, guys. Do you know how many cubes I normally carry with me when I go out? Maybe I've matured. Ooh, this is interesting. Competition statistics. So have you ever been to a WCA comp? The last time this was done, it was 29% said yes. And now 45%. That's right. The lockdowns are over. It's not because I think they didn't want to, but because they couldn't. Okay, some statistics here on solving times. So what are the puzzles that everyone seems to practice? 3x3, number 1. Obviously that makes sense. And then 2, and then 4. Interesting. OH, what? I thought like Pyraminx and Cube would surely be really high. I mean, they are. But like, more people practice 5x5 than they do Pyraminx and Cube? Are you sure? Which events would you like to try but you haven't yet? A third of you guys want to do 3 blind. You should. I love 3 blind. You can see in my comp vlogs. Which events did you try but didn't like? Pyraminx and Cube are number 1 and 2. I actually do like those events. Which is the least one? Wait, 1% of you guys tried 3x3 but didn't like it. Okay. Ooh, goals. What would you like your 3x3 global average to be ultimately? 31% of people said sub 10. I should say I didn't actually do the survey, but yeah, so far I seem to be aligning to the norm. Fun fact, says Basilia, after 2 years of cubing, only 1 in 9 people will become sub 10. Well, I've been cubing for like 4 or 5 years now, and I'm still not sub 10. Because I'm old. 3x3 global average by age group. Oh, that's so interesting. So everyone under 14 who completed the survey had an average time of 19, Basili says, probably because I just haven't practiced enough. If you're between 19 and 20, you seem to be like the fastest. And then as you get older, sadness. That's right, adults with a job and a life. That's me. The younger we start, the faster we improve, says Basili, and he's probably right. I started when I was 33, and I average like 12 or 13 now, so take that. Ooh, 2x2 statistics. So only 4% of respondents actually know EG, 17% know CLL, which is quite a lot. It's like 1 in 5. But when it comes to average, so not knowing any of those ALK sets, they're averaging like 11 seconds. Well, according to the information here, I guess CLL is worth learning. Maybe one day. Pyraminx, an event for the younger ones? Yep, very much so. And the method you choose influences the results you obtain. Really? I am layer by layer. According to that, I'm here. Although my daughter uses L4E, and that's probably why she's generally a bit faster than me in this keyhole. Look at that! So even though most people are right-handed, 76% of people prefer to use their left hand to solve one-handed. Which makes sense, of course, but 4% will do it with either hand. That's really interesting. Oh, Megaminx, Allah's favorite event. Most of us don't use a particular method for Megaminx S2L, but we really should because wow, any S2L method at all, and you've cut like a minute. Oh my gosh. I should secretly learn some like S2L method and then like completely beat Allah and reclaim the crown. I probably won't do it. Ooh, blind solving. Average time 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Really? I'm slower than that. I need to up my game in 3 blind. Algorithms. What's your main method? CFOP, of course. Super popular. That's cross F2L, OLL, and PLL. Roux is the next most common at 6%. Method neutral. Hats off to those people. That's like Sean Bouquet, who can solve like so many different methods. It's amazing. Man, the detail in these stats. Basilia, how long did it take you to make this? Like this is insane. Just tracking the main patterns of changes that you can see as people get faster and faster. Crazy. Ooh, cubing hardware. Do you own a magnet? Who doesn't own a magnetic cube? Non-adjustable, non-mag. 2% of people use non-magnetic cubes. Okay, look, there are a lot of people who don't have access to them, so you know it's totally fair. But like, pretty cheap to even magnetize yourself these days. 1% of people did that, magnetize themselves. Good on you, you DIYers. How would you describe your turning style? Wow, that's so interesting. I would say I tend to be on the rough side, but I think I'm fairly accurate, so I'm probably like around here. Again, I seem to be like where the majority lies. How do you like your WCA cubes? Rare, medium rare, well done. 93% said stickerless, which is an increase from 86% the year before. 3% like sticker and 1% like tiled? Hey, to each their own. I remember the year that like Felix Zemdegs swapped from sticker to stickerless, and it was like end of an era. Strangely, more people seem to like sticker for non-WCA puzzles, like the Killer Mix. Yeah, actually, I think I do. That's weird. Why would that be the case? Ooh, factors when choosing a new cube. What's number 1? Reviews recommendation from content creators. Oh my gosh. That's even bigger than like the price and cube design. Wow. What's the least important factor? Packaging design. I mean, yeah, of course. Honestly, for me, experience with previous versions is probably pretty high. Oh wow, brand mix. That's so interesting. So Moyu is the most popular one according to that? Yeah, it looks like it. 12% exclusively Moyu, 6% exclusively GAN cubes, 2% for T, and then that's the mix. 43%, that's nearly half of everyone have like one of each cube, which is me. I'm a YouTuber, I'm sorry. Ooh, puzzle collections. Okay, so 2/3 of you guys would say you're a speedcuber, really? 8% of you would say you're a collector, and then 1/4 both. I'm definitely both. If I had to pick one, it would be more speedcuber, but I do like my collection. How many twisty puzzles do you own? Okay, so the most common is around like 21 to 50, yeah. And then 8% have a lot. The amount of people who are nuts is increasing. I'm so embarrassed to say that I'm in that 3%. How confident are you that you can solve any random twisty puzzle? 9% say I can do all of them. That's really not me. It's not a 3x3 rip. That's so good. I'm probably like in here. I think I've solved enough like variations now that I can figure a bunch of them out. Oh, which events would you like to see become WCA events? It's so fascinating. Relays, number 1, wow. I didn't think about that. I suppose that's a new event. Yeah, like same puzzles maybe, but like now a relay. That's so interesting. Mirror blocks being like otherwise number 1 with like a new puzzle does not surprise me at all. So 37% for mirror blocks. Killer Mix 26%. I actually haven't solved the Killer Mix a lot. I can see why it'll be like pretty popular, but yeah. I really thought FTO would be a lot harder. So that's a front-turning octahedron, which I really need to get into. I thought they would be a lot higher, but yeah. 3x3 with feet, 13% of you wanted to come back. I feel for you guys, but hygiene, man, it's feet. 2x2 OH is so weird. 8x8, wow. Which events should not be WCA for the clock? Rip for clock. Clock is actually kind of fun. 7x7, 5 blind, yeah. I actually know a lot of like fairly like fast senior cubers who think that way. I don't think the WCA is gonna be removing any event soon, but please don't remove the 5 blind until I get a 5 blind success. That would be much appreciated, thank you. The most owned single 3x3 model is a Rubik's Cube. What? Actually, I guess that makes sense because you might have like all different types of cubes, and a lot of people just have the traditional classic Rubik's Cube, so yeah, fair enough. Moyu is the most common brand. Yep, we saw that with the thingy before, then GAN, then C. That's so interesting. YJ only 5%. I really thought YJ would be a lot higher than that. Oh, it's 3x3 only. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I think with like the larger cubes, like 4, 5, 6, 7, the YJ MGC like really dominates. Oh, there you go. Yep, all puzzles except for 3x3. It's exactly what I was saying. YJ is number 1. YJ MG. Look, Basilio, you didn't even need to do this survey. You could have just asked me. I know these things, okay? No, I don't. Okay, this is really interesting. So the most common 2x2 that people prefer is the YJ MGC. Wait, not the Elite. The YJ MGC Elite is my daughter's preference. That's her number 1. Pyraminx X-Men Bell, that used to be my main, and I just changed to the GAN M. And 3rd place TMS, which is actually my daughter's. Not bad. We're using like the popular one. The Wingy is the one that I used to have as my favorites cube, and I've just changed it again as well. Squan YJ MGC, that's an easy choice. T Clock, easy choice. MGC for 4x4, that's my preference. I use the Volk 5 still for 5x5. I haven't competed with them yet, but even though I used to use MGC for like 6 and 7, I actually think I might be swapping over to the Worm, the new WRM. And then Megaminx. Oh, we just used the GAN Megaminxes. It's like our favorite. Wow, it's not even top 3. It is very expensive. Summary and take-home message. What a teacher you are, Basilio. Lots of diversity. Yeah, I love that about cubing. So much diversity. Not just in terms of like, you know, race and culture with how international cubing is, but with age. It's actually really cool to have like a sport, if I can even say, with such diversity. We are more social than normies might think. Cubing has allowed us to know people, make friends, offline and online, even if some of our discussion remains a bit obscure for people around us. That's very true. We love to try out things and learn. The cubing community is just a really great one. Yeah, congratulations to me and to you for making it to the end of this video. Can you leave a comment in the chat of appreciation to Basilio for making this? It's incredible. I'll leave a link to the description to this document as well. And if you make your way to the r/cubers subreddit, I think you might even be able to make it into this year's survey. My brain is just like wanting to explode with so much stuff that I just learned. But if you want to learn some cubing tips, want to check out this video I made with some really cool tricks that might improve your cubing.